Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hurricanes will put total leather and will get started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the football first. This rivalry is one of the most storied, at least in the modern generation of college football, but last year sort of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in Tallahassee as it just never was competitive.
It was a dominant win by the Canes. I mean, they had 445 yards. Florida State had 248. Like, this was a beatdown. You could clearly see the balance with Miami's offense. Running the football for over 200, throwing for over 200. They did what they wanted at will.
I think that's the thing. You know, everybody went into that one expecting to see Cam Ward just light it up. Very pedestrian day for the Hurricanes. Throwing it, you're right, David. It was the Oregon State transfer, Damian Martinez, that went to work on the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Second down coming up. To throw, it's Castellanos. Quick completion on the out. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Rides the back on the option, the give. Turning it on! They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Might as well give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Extending the play. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. running into the open space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. Oh, what a move to get open. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the field goal unit is on the field. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on it.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Pulls it in. It's Daniels. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hodges. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Canes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important, they had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And that's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
4th down coming up. Number 45.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give is to Williams. Got enough for the 1st down. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback, to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. And you could tell maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason there was an inaccurate throw.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. This time it's complete. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Find some fresh air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He did a really good job on third down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in. On third down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Got a man, it's Robinson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Inside the 35. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's McLaughlin. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Got it in the middle, it's McCoy. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. The give from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Beck. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Hurricanes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. Really nice job to get it past the Stix, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fights off a defender. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Hurricanes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Canes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll keep it himself. Oh, a lot of space. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
With the catch, it's Fletcher. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Punts it out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Working that left side now. Got enough to move the Stix. First down from the 17.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fletcher. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up third and five than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Bringing the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And they can't make the play on third down.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on third down, forcing the fourth down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. Dead center perfect. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Knowles and Canes. And a genuinely fun first half to break down, led by, I can't believe I'm saying this, that special teams unit. It's one of the most well-coached groups we've seen this season. They stay in their lanes, literally and figuratively, and right now they are complementing the offense and defense perfectly. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Dropping back, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll go right back to it. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fletcher. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top, and it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Looking to pass. It's back. Gets it out fast. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And that one will give him the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, a Big key for the defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. He's got great speed. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. It's a seam wide open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Look out, he's got room. Lots of running room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Hurricanes! A great catch and run for 6. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game. And it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going. And when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And some room to work. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Noles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Hands it off on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to Davis. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going right to work up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's back. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Trying play action. Going up top. Makes the grab on the big throw. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fletcher. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Plenty of distance between them and the Stix here on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He lets it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give is to Williams.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to move the Stix on third down through the air. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch, it's Davis. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback on the keeper. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the Stix rolling.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's McLaughlin. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up fourth and short.
On fourth down, looking to pass. They're working that left side. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Florida State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter, with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And the Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got a little space. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
And the Canes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
To the air on 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
man, he was open, he had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play that's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got the back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
The Noles have their offense in high gear. To the air, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They want that clock to run. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Hurricanes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Beck. Caught behind the line, it's Fletcher. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Canes will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to him to the ground. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off play action on first down. Finds his tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have the lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. To short hands, it's Robinson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man, it's Castellanos. Finding open areas. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
That's reeled in. It's Robinson.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
And the defense has a big decision to make here. You've got the lead. It's late in the game, fourth quarter, critical fourth down. Are you going to sit back and play safe in coverage, or do you want to get aggressive and get after the quarterback here if you're anticipating pass?
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense does not completely screw this thing up.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Grabbed in the backfield. It's McLaughlin. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good! A hero for the game! A game-winning field goal in overtime!
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looking for a crease, it's Fletcher. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Let's see what they have on 3rd down as they want to make sure they keep this in makeable field goal range. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. It's between the uprights and good, and this coach does realize that he's still just lost the game, right?
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
We play on 1st down here in the 2nd overtime period. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll give it to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And that That is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Hurricanes look to do some damage in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Beck. Beck's to grab. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. 3rd down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open, what does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights, and now they have a 3-point lead here in OT. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. That's caught. It's Davis. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Almost had the huge interception there. Man, what a change that would have been. Instead, we're looking at 3rd down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They make the stop, but he got the one he needed and plenty more. It's 1st and goal.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. A 1st down run in the red zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
A chance to win the game in overtime here on 3rd and goal from the doorstep. Quarterback adapting. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
And the defense comes up with a good stop. And here's the thing, great job, great rush integrity, making sure they didn't let him scramble around, make a big play. Now down by 3, your decision, try to kick it or maybe force it and try to go for it.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.